Live from the Community Media Center of Marin, it's marINSANITY! Starring Nicole Kalasic, Priya Prasad, Bob Lieberman, and your host, Adam McLaughlin.
Oh! Another night of insanity in Marin. Welcome to marINSANITY. Oh my God, everybody looks so familiar for some reason. I don't know why. Hello, my name is Adam McLaughlin. If you're wondering what this ensemble is, this would be if Bruce Wayne's parents were killed by 20 pounds of marijuana. This is what would end up happening. I had to take vengeance. Let's see. Oh, man. It's been a while since I've performed comedy professionally. Actually, it really has. The last paid gig that I had, believe it or not, I don't get paid to do this. The last paid gig I had was actually performing at a bachelorette party. She knows what I'm talking about, all right? Because she's like, ooh. Because I wasn't stripping, by the way. Nobody pays to see this, all right? But they paid me to tell some jokes, you know? And I thought it was going to be like wholesome fun, and because, see, I'm used to bachelor parties. See, bachelor parties get all the movies, but in reality, bachelor parties suck. Like, we all know they suck. All guys know. What a real bachelor party is, it's a bunch of guys hanging out that don't want to be together. They smoke cigars they don't want to smoke. They drink drinks they don't want to drink. They go someplace none of them want to go. They spend a lot of money. They go home miserable. All right? Bachelorette parties. Holy shit. They're just like, hit me with your dick. Yay! When the stripper comes in, what? Come on. That's dirty. Here's my thing. I don't even like strip clubs. I really don't like strip clubs. You know, like, to me, a strip club is like saying, like, yeah, I want to get an erection, but I want my friends to be there when it happens. I don't get it, you know, but I'm a sport. When I got married, my friends wanted to take me to a strip club. They wanted to take me out to a strip club. And I played along with them. And I'm like, fine, but we have to do it the way I want to do it, which means we're going to go to a strip club in the afternoon. Because there's 3 guys here that go to strip clubs. There's 3 dirty guys in the front row because they know there's buffets at strip clubs in the afternoon. Because I might feel uncomfortable looking at a stranger's breasts, but I really don't care how people judge me while I'm shoveling chicken wings into my mouth, you know? And so I don't know if you've been to a strip club in the middle of an afternoon on a Tuesday. But there's a certain vibe, okay? So I'm sitting there, and there's the daytime stripper on stage stripping. And I'm sitting there, and I can't look a woman in the boobs, all right? My wife is the only woman I can look in the boobs without feeling really uncomfortable, so I'm staring her in the eyes the whole time that she's dancing. Again, the guys who go to the strip club is like, why would you do that? Exactly. I'm staring this woman in the eyes. To her, this is like, oh, you really like me. And so she starts like, oh, what do you want, baby? What do you want, baby? What do you want? I'm like, more blue cheese. I want more blue cheese. It's the wrong answer. I don't get strip clubs. Like, to me, strip clubs to me are depressing. It's kind of, I get the feeling at a strip club the same way a lot of people feel at a zoo. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of just overall depression. You know, like, the only thing that could make a zoo more depressing to me is if you force the chimpanzees to put little tassels on their nipples and dance for bananas. Too real for a lot of people in this audience. It's totally make-believe. Nobody does that to the chimpanzees. Sorry. The thing I don't get about the strip club is I'll be sitting there totally uncomfortable and quiet, and my friends will say this. And you know what I'm about to say. Like, come on, man, get into it. Get into it, man. I do not get that, because to me, I know this is all pretend. Like, this woman does not want anything to do with me. I have never had a woman come up to me on the street and just like, hi, how's it going? Like, it doesn't happen. I know what I look like, okay? So I know it's pretend, and my friends, it pisses me off, because you know what I like doing? LARPing. I like playing Dungeons and Dragons and LARPing, and I certainly don't bring my friends to a field and I'm like, barter with the blacksmith, get into it, because it's make-believe. Anyway. I smoke a lot of pot. I smoke weed and I watch dumb shows on TV. Like, I've started marathoning Mythbusters. Like, all I do is watch Mythbusters. And if anybody here has watched Mythbusters, you're a pothead. So go ahead and feel free to laugh at these jokes. The problem with me watching Mythbusters when I'm high, though, I watch it with my wife, and I'll sit there. I do not have the cognitive capabilities to understand anything that is happening in Mythbusters. Like we were watching this one, it was the toilet episode. It's all about toilets. So let's see if maybe some of you have watched it, right? So, what is the cleanest place in a public bathroom? Yes. The sink? No, the toilet. People poop in the toilet. It's actually the toilet seat. It's immaculate. It is. You could use it as an emergency plate if you needed to. And before you judge me, I'm thinking cheese platter. It'll look nice, right? All right, so what's the dirtiest? What's the dirtiest place? The doorknob. The door handle is filthy. And we are watching that, and my wife looks at me, she's like, why don't they just make the door handles out of toilet seats? I'm like, you're so smart, baby, you're so smart! I thought we broke the Matrix. I wrote a letter to Mythbusters. It is the saddest letter you will ever see in your life, too. It's on the back of a Hershey's wrapper. It's just like, you should show the redhead more, she's cute. Like, what did it have anything to do with it? Are you guys ready to have fun tonight? Yeah! All right. Give it up for your first comedian. She's a regular. She's a regular at every major comedy club in the Bay Area, and she just signed a deal with HBO. Please make some noise for Nicole Kalasic.
Hey, Marin. How are you feeling? They missed a part of that setup of that introduction. I did allegedly sign a deal with HBO for $10,000. That was part of the introduction. Clap it up for me, you guys. Clap it up. Clap it up for me and the lie I'm spreading through the entire Bay Area and comedy community. I love telling that setup, getting introduced that way, but my favorite place to be introduced that way is Los Angeles, because that's how you found out everyone's like a total piece of shit. Just like we all assumed. Nowhere else have I done that introduction and said I'm just making lies up until someone offers a counter offer for my own success story. Nowhere else have I done that, and everyone in the audience leaned in with such gravitas, you guys, like they're all fucking Sheryl Sandberg in the Smooth Criminal video or something. They were so intent. They just heard money. They wanted contracts. But my favorite part about the joke is that I can't imagine a better contract than $10,000. That's the best thing I could come up with. That's like a PA's daily wage in Hollywood. But for me, I'm like, oh my God, $10,000. That's like 20,000 tacos. I can live forever. I take the bus a lot, as that previous joke might imply. Does anybody else here take the bus? Probably not. We're in Marin. That's right. You don't take the bus. George Lucas gave you all a personal hoverboard to yourselves, I'm assuming. I take the bus sometimes, and I have a favorite person on the bus. Maybe you have memories from your younger years. Maybe for you, it was guy who pees himself in his seat, or maybe it's chick who yells racial slurs at a blind person's dog. There's so many to choose from. It never makes a lot of sense. My favorite guy on the bus is the dude with his headphones on who's just so into his jam. He gets lost in his jam, and it just like goes with this little like in the rhythm moment, a little bobbing and weaving in the head usually, the eyes close, and then it's like a sway. It's so much fun. I love sitting directly across from that guy and just waiting for his eyes to open and then making direct eye contact and just doing the dance back at him. Like it was a public bus, but now it's a private club, you know? It's so much fun. I cannot recommend it enough. It's a real treat. However, it can backfire because I was doing this move the other day, and then I just realized the guy swaying only had Parkinson's disease. And that is a moment you shut the club down. You can't keep clubbing. They're not going to be too excited about that. At least 2 of those shakes were disapproval. I didn't feel very good about it. Neither do any of you. That's good. We're in it together, everybody. I live in San Francisco. I live with my boyfriend. Give it up for me. That's right. I trapped him. I live with my boyfriend, you guys, because I like my men like I like my rent. Controlled. I will only tolerate a 1.6% increase of bullshit per year. I manage it. I keep it locked down. The other day he said to me, "Oh, babe, I'm sorry. I have to cancel our brunch plans. So I can work on my fantasy football team for a couple hours." I was like, "Oh, that's okay, babe. That's fine. As long as you're also cool with fantasy blowjobs later. Does that work for you? Is that cool?" 20 minutes later, we're brunching at the Four Seasons, you guys. That's how you get it done. Blowjobs run the world. Next time, men always applause break for that one. No surprises there. Next time you see an older gay man skipping down the street in furs, it's because he's known that secret the last 20 years, you guys. He's living life right. He's enjoying it. I just turned 30 this year. Again, hold for applause. I know people are always like looking like, "Oh my God, dig your grave now." I know some of you in the back are like, "What is this pregnant teen talking about right now? What's going on?" I wanted to talk to her about her options. I turned 30, which is a milestone moment. It freaks some people out. I don't know. I try to think of it less like I just turned 30 and more like I just celebrated my double quinceañera, no big deal. All I did was double down on the party. That's all that happened. The regular quinceañera, of course, is a celebration of when a girl becomes a woman. It's beautiful. The doble quinceañera, however, is when a woman becomes a full-blown hoe. It's a whole new kind of party. You don't invite your family to that party. They're crying for a different reason. Just sub out the churros for dicks. It's basically the same party. I am a Latina, and, I say it like that, so it's real. I am. But I feel like a bad Latina, you guys, because I totally missed Hispanic Heritage Month this year. I missed it. Did you guys know? Clap if you knew Hispanic Heritage Month. Name it if you knew when it happened. October. Oh, but sort of yes and sort of no. Listen to this bullshit. Hispanic Heritage Month, if you didn't know, runs from September 15th to October 15th. I don't know if you heard, you guys, but that's not a fucking month. Sure, that has all the same properties of a month. There's 30 days in there. But as far as I'm concerned, that's the Walgreens generic brand of celebrating a heritage. Any of us could have missed it, is what I'm saying, okay? I try to think about who would I use as like the icon right now for Hispanic Heritage Month in pop culture. I mean, who have I had that reverence for in the last 10 years or so? And I can't think of many people besides Selena, not Gomez, not that trash, the one who's dead. That's the one I would ride or die for, absolutely. And I was trying to think of who it would be now, and I thought, well, maybe Sofia Vergara. She's the chick from Modern Family. I think she's really funny. I think she's kind of a babe. She's awesome to me. Threw a great wedding. I say that like I was there. I stalked her on Instagram. But then I thought about it more, and I was like, do I want to give her this reverence? Do I want to give her that spot in my life because she's really that great? Or am I saying that because she's hot? Or do I actually really like her? And then I thought, is this what it feels like to be a man? And I reached a whole dimension of empathy I never thought possible as a feminist. And here we are. Hey, you guys, that's my time. Thanks so much. I'm Nicole Kalasich. Give it up for Adam.
Nicole Kalasich. All right, our next comic has performed all over the Bay Area, as well as Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Seattle, and New York. Please welcome to the stage, Priya Prasad.
Hello. Hello, everybody. How are you? Very nice. So nice to see you all sitting here tonight. Yeah. You could be shitting anywhere, but you chose to shit here. We're very happy about that. If it was a nice day today, you could have gone to the beach. You could have enjoyed the waves on the sand at the beach. You could have taken a blanket with you. You could be shitting on the beach. But instead, you are shitting here. Laughing and shitting. I don't have a fucking accent, you guys. Don't be racist. I don't have an accent. It's fine. Indian people hear that accent and they're like, I don't know what part of India she thinks she's from. It's my Seattle accent. From Seattle. I'm originally from Seattle, so I'm used to this kind of interaction, white people. I'm used to you guys. Yeah, this is the exact demographic I figured it would be like out here in Marin and Oakland. Right, these days, hello, yeah, okay. I, from Seattle, white people, you're cool. You have this like gene that allows you to wear flip-flops in the summertime and the wintertime. What's that about? I need that genetic code. You guys have the best tuna casserole recipes? Yeah? Yeah. And you have unique ways of asking me where I'm from or where my parents are from. I'll give you an example. I had a coworker come up to me and she was like, hey, Priya, you know, I finally saw that movie. It was really good. What's it called? Slumdog Millionaire? What did you think about it? And I was like, oh, yeah, no, it was a really good movie. I enjoyed it. They did a good job of that movie. And she said, oh, I thought so. You what? Oh, I thought so. Did it remind you of your childhood? No, bitch. Did 8 Mile remind you of yours? Rude. I was offended at first, and then I overheard her asking a Chinese coworker if chopsticks grew on trees in China. True story. Now I just figure she needs to be in an insane asylum somewhere. It's fine. It's fine. I recently went to the motherland, you guys. Give it up for me. I went to the motherland. Spent 30 days traveling around Fremont. I make a lot of money, you guys. I can afford a trip to Fremont. Come on, I'm a comedian. Yeah, you know where Indians are originally from? Fremont. No, I went to India. I actually went to India and I traveled around with my parents. Parents are super cool, except I had to be sober the whole time. And that was problematic. But I survived, you guys. My parents are cool. They're totally supportive of this comedy career of mine, which is awesome, unusual. They realized a long time ago that I was no good at school, so I was the only Indian who didn't make it to the spelling bee. It's fine. My life is amazing. My parents, they both gave me the drug talk at different times in life. My dad when I was 6, my mom when I was 19, so they both missed the mark completely, right? Too early, too late. Ridiculous. My dad's drug talk went like this. Priya, I have something very important to talk to you about. Sit here. This is your brain. Oh, I'm Priya's brain. I'm so happy all the time. I'm doing such great things in my life. I'm successing here. I'm successing there. Everybody loves me. My parents are so proud of me. This is your brain on drugs. Oh, I'm so sad all the time. I'm doing nothing. I'm just sitting on the couch eating the Doritos. What is happening in my life? My parents are so sad and my friends are all drug addicts sitting on the couch with me. My life is depressing. Which one do you want to be? Don't do drugs. Clearly I'm the one on the couch eating the Doritos, you guys. It's fine. I'm gonna get that tattooed on my arm. It's fine. My mom's drug talk happened later when she was getting all of her advice from Oprah. Yeah. Yeah. I told you my life is awesome. My mom calls me at college and she says to me, Priya, you know, Oprah. Yeah, I'll say it again. Oprah says that we should ask our children about their drug use. Tell me, are you doing drugs? And I was like, okay, I'll play along, you know. And I was like, no, Mom, I'm not doing drugs, but I'm pretty sure I'm an alcoholic. Oh, thank God. You know, Oprah says that drugs are the gateway drug to lesbianism. I'm pretty sure you made that up, Mom. I don't think Oprah said that. She has Gail. Talk to your father about this alcohol. So she puts my dad on the phone. And my dad's like, what is this? Why is your mom asking me to talk to you about this alcohol? And I was like, I don't know. Go ahead. What do you have to say? And he says, well, I recently purchased a wonderful single malt scotch. When you come home, you try, okay? Sweet. One for Dad. Now I'm pretty sure my mom thinks that alcohol is the gateway drug to dating a lot of black men. Don't judge me. I live in Oakland, you guys. What do you want from me? By black men, I mean Punjabi guys. Okay. I'll save that for the Indian crowd. Just don't tell them I eat beef. It's fine. It's fine. I am super single, you guys. Surprise! Surprise. At this stage in life, I wish I could be like excited about being single, you know, like, woo, I could do whatever I want. But there's nobody around to eat the leftovers, you know, so I eat the leftovers. More importantly, there's nobody around to eat the leftovers. Oh, let's call a spade, you guys. That's what it is, leftovers. All right, I think that's my time. Thank you, guys. My name is Priya Prasad.
Priya Prasad, everybody. All right, we've reached the time where we bring our headliner out. Not only is our headliner a wonderful comedian, he used to be an actor who performed with many Bay Area theater companies, including the Ross Valley Players and Theater Arts of Marin. Please put your hands together for Bob Lieberman.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you. I think we need to call building code inspectors about this wall. I see a few gaps here that really shouldn't be here. So I don't know if you folks saw in the news recently, earlier this year, that the entire Safeway supermarket chain was purchased by this private equity investment firm. The purchase price was $9.2 billion. Now, they only had to pay $6.8 billion by using their Safeway Club card. And you know, I like everyone, I shop at Safeway. The one thing that bugs me is when I check out, they make the cashiers follow this rule to thank you by name because your name shows up on the receipt. Because my last name is actually pronounced Lieberman, but what I always get is, thanks for shopping here, Mr. Lieberman. Now, I try not to make a big deal about it, and I'll just look at their name on the name tag and say, hey, it was my pleasure, Bill, to shop here at Safeway. That seems to go over well. So, okay, enough about my last name. My first name is Bob, very ordinary name, and it makes me really envious of kids who are born today, because babies born today are given really cool names for first names. In fact, I realized a lot of kids are given last names for first names. Like the most popular boy's name right now is Jackson. A lot of girls are given names like Mackenzie. My neighbor just had a kid named her Lipschitz. Yeah. They call her Lippy for short, which beats the alternative. So, yeah. And I could use a cool name because I am not a cool guy. I know that's shocking, but I talk to myself a lot, but I'm also passive aggressive. So when I get really mad at myself, I will refuse to talk to myself for a week. Teach me a lesson. And yeah, I get very hung up on words. Like I got in a fight this morning with my wife about this word she uses, incidences. She'll say, oh yeah, there have been a lot of incidences of that lately. I said, wait a minute, incidences, what is that? If something happens once, you have an incident. Happens twice, you have a couple of incidents. So how many times does it have to happen before you pluralize the plural and make it incidences? She said, don't give me a hard time. That's the way I was taught by my parents. You know, that makes sense, I guess. Sometimes I like to walk through cemeteries. How's that for a segue, folks? No, this will all tie in with words because what I've noticed is, of course, many of the tombstones across the top, they have carved in them R.I.P., which we all know stands for rest in peace. But I was thinking about that, and I thought, well, you know, in a way, a tombstone is the last gift you're ever going to give this person in the ground. So is eternity really the time to resort to abbreviations? I mean, why don't we pony up the extra $13.99 and spell it out, you know? What are we texting here? R.I.P. LOL. What? ROMGL, rolling over in my grave laughing. What? There's a phrase, it's funny that Priya mentioned Vopra, because there's a phrase that Oprah Winfrey popularized a few years ago to refer to a woman's genital area. Does anyone remember what that expression was? Vajayjay. Yeah, this is the vajayjay on a woman. And I admire that because it takes this cold clinical Latin word, vagina, and makes it sound fun and perky, you know? Sounds like the captain of the cheerleading squad. You know, hi, I'm Vicki Jane Johnson, but everyone calls me Vajayjay. And I thought, you know, we should have the same thing for men. Why can't we have a male equivalent of Vajayjay? Well, I am proud to announce that I have created such a word. It is my gift to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the panini. You're welcome. So I want to salute you and everyone at home for watching this live comedy tonight, because you have entertainment choices. You know, you could have been watching reality TV. I watch reality shows sometimes. One thing I've noticed they all have in common, these reality shows, they'll spend like half the show recapping what you've already seen, like just before the commercial or last week. When they're not doing that, they're doing teasers to get you to stick around past the commercial or next week. You know, last week on Survivor, we showed you clips of what you're going to see tonight. And tonight on Survivor, you won't believe the amazing teasers of the shocking recaps of the teasers you never expected. And you've seen these commercials on TV for prescription drugs, right? They're always really long, aren't they? That's because by law, they have to have an unseen announcer telling you all the dangerous side effects of the drugs, right? May cause heart attack, may cause seizures, may cause suicidal thoughts. In the meantime, on screen, people are having the time of their lives. They're running down the beach. They're riding horses. You know. Why is it always like that? Why don't they switch it up? Why don't they have the announcer telling you all the wonderful benefits of the drug and on screen showing people having the dangerous side effects? Well, let's live it up, folks. Let's live it up. So I mentioned getting in a fight with my wife earlier, and I don't want you to get the wrong impression because we really have a terrific relationship. In fact, last May, we celebrated our 21st wedding anniversary. And oh, okay, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. It's always nice to get applause for inertia. Yeah. And yeah, it's really terrific being married. One of the surprising things about being married is how much you learn about yourself within the relationship. Give you an example. I got married at the age of 31, and I never knew about myself until I got married at the age of 31, just how often I do things wrong. And such a variety of things too. Scrambling eggs, vacuuming, forming opinions. Yeah, it's wonderful. Now, we don't have any kids, but that was a conscious choice on our part. But, you know, don't get me wrong, because I love kids, and I get it, because we visit our friends who have kids, and I see that you really get to appreciate just how precious life is without kids. And you probably have to watch your language around them. You know, like my friend Vivian one time, she was looking for her keys, couldn't find them anywhere, got beyond frustrated and went, fuck! And immediately her 2.5-year-old daughter came out of the bedroom, went, frog? Mommy, did you say frog? Well, Vivian thought fast. She said, yeah, baby frog, help mommy find the frog in the living room. So we look around. Of course, we don't find it. Her daughter starts sobbing. And I go, what's wrong, sweetie? She goes, I can't find the fucking frog. Okay, you folks have been terrific. My name is Bob Lieberman, everybody.
Bob Lieberman. Let's hear it for him. Let's hear it for all the comics that you saw tonight. We had Priya Prasad, Nicole Kalasic, and Bob Lieberman. I've been Adam McLaughlin. You've been a wonderful crowd. Good night, Marin.